what is really distracting you from actually getting on and doing the work? Make sure you just do your shit first. It's as simple as that. Like, hit your KPIs for the day, do all the things you need to do the outreach, apply for the roles, get on one-to-ones, do the training. Yeah, then go out, and then you know that you've done your shit as well. If we were looking at the Instagram account, you want to personalize this as well. You can really get on like a full-time role with this time. You could probably work 10-hour days as a setter because your days are pretty much free. You can book one-to-ones every single day of the week. There's nothing stopping you, and then you're gonna make this progress faster. Today, boys, we're in Reading. I'm with Danny, and we're literally in the building next to my old office. See, the thing is, Danny is working the exact same job that I used to work when I was in the 9 to 5 as an IT apprentice. So now we got the mission, like, Project Danny. Yeah, from the exact position I was in to like now get into the 5K a month setting. So today we're going to run through the roadmap, just go through all the stats, and Danny on a personal level to figure out what we need to be doing and what the next steps look like to actually get Danny to this position where we want to be in. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it then, bro. In terms of what you're doing now and like what you were doing before appointment setting, what does this look like? Obviously we know that I've just mentioned like IT engineer. Same thing I was doing, but what else?
Yeah, so obviously, like Ollie just said, I do the exact same thing as what Ollie was doing this time last year, probably. And he was actually probably sat speaking to me.
Yeah.
Just not about appointment setting, actually, about the job role that I'm doing now. So obviously, I'm doing the appointment setting now. Joined Ollie, so I'm spending some time, obviously, looking through Ollie's stuff through the mentorship, organising one-to-ones with Andrew, Ethan, and Ollie himself. So they're helping quite a bit, especially.
Yeah. So, and like, what was your day-to-day, like week-to-week life looking like?
So day-to-day life is very different, to be fair. Ollie will agree to me. Wow, one day you could be out all day, and then next day you could be doing absolutely nothing. So it fluctuates, should I say.
But it's also unpredictable.
Yeah, very unpredictable.
But it's basically just working on call-outs.
Yeah.
So
pretty much whenever you need it.
Cool. Simple. Why did you start appointment setting then?
I started appointment setting, obviously because I saw Ollie. I see him last year. And one of my main things, like one of my dreams, should I say, goals, is to kind of work from where I want and there's no income cap, so it can always earn more. There's just not a cap to it. And obviously with a 9 to 5, you're always going to be capped.
So it's having that freedom to work from where you want without a cap.
Yeah.
How much money do you actually want to make a month?
I think it's a stepping stone, defo 5K obviously is first stepping stone, and then 10K, and then I don't want really to be an end goal. Obviously you just got the steps, haven't you?
Yeah, man, that's what I was saying. No cap price, so we're trying to, like if you could do anywhere there, in terms of location, where you want to visit, where you live, if you could go right now, be making already the 5K a month, where would you actually go? Where do you want to be?
I'd go Australia.
Yeah?
I'd go Australia, yeah. Just like the look of the lifestyle over there, and obviously we've got Jamie who's in the group and he's over there, and looking at his Instagram, it looks mint, and I've got a few friends over there, so I'd definitely go Australia, yeah.
Sick. Again, well, you mentioned lifestyle already. What is this lifestyle? What is it you want to be doing?
So yeah, just kind of free, no constraints and like stress from work, and just doing my own thing, really, just living life to the full potential.
Okay. Cool. And then, if I can spell, what is like your main motivation? So I've split it into 3 parts in terms of providing and in terms of the freedom you want to have. Obviously we've got like, we can build on it, but going out to Australia, but then also for the future for yourself. So start off and provide for, like, who is it? Just yourself, or that others you want to provide for? What does that look like?
Yeah, so obviously I want to provide for myself, I want to make sure I'm okay myself, got my necessities, but obviously also family, mum, dad, brothers, nephews, nieces,
and extended. So literally everything. And what would this look like? What would you actually provide for them?
Just support, kind of, I guess, and obviously if they ever need anything, they're kind of just going to be able to get it. Obviously there's some things that are expensive, some things take time, and if you've got the location freedom and obviously just freedom in general, you're going to be available for them most of the time, really.
So yeah, just that support and availability in case they need you, anything goes wrong then.
Yeah.
Sounds. And then, yeah, so in terms of freedom, what does that look like? What do you want to actually do in terms of that freedom? So we've got Australia, be able to move around.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned above, like, not having constraints.
Yeah, obviously, I say Australia, but I'd want to go travel Australia kind of for like 6 months, a year, and then probably go across to Thailand while I'm over that way, and just kind of go with the flow with freedom, can't you? So you could have,
Okay. So more just like the choice of
yeah, the choice of
knowing what you want to do. Okay, sounds. That future you want for yourself, I mean, let's say when you are settled down, maybe you don't settle down, but let's say like even 20 years into the future, where do you want to be?
yeah. I think ideally in 20 years, I'll be definitely won't be living in England. I can guarantee that. So I'll definitely be abroad somewhere. Obviously, hopefully have family, and probably have a successful business. And
Yep, own business.
yeah,
Sounds. Okay. So we're looking at a big long-term goal here, which is what we love to see. So how much you making now? I'm guessing it was like the same amount I was.
yeah, about 3K.
Yeah, with overtime and everything involved. So yeah, perfect. Which isn't bad for an apprentice pay at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Okay, and then from setting. So obviously we've just started setting.
yeah.
Yeah, so I believe
There's nothing at the moment.
yeah,
No.
zero, right? Yeah. Unless you've done
That's
some
American.
crazy side missions.
No, no.
But yeah. So how much time do you have a day? Like if you had to say, I know it's very unpredictable, but on
Yeah.
average, how much time does work take up in day-to-day basis?
I'd say work on a average day where it's not being absolutely crazy, probably 4 hours max, probably maybe 2 hours on site, an hour on site, and an hour driving time down and back.
And then like how many days are you working in a week?
I'd say on average probably 3. And definitely not 5.
Yeah, so like
Normally.
we're in a good position, bro. Like we got so much time, which is the great thing.
Yeah,
about this
yeah,
job, right?
definitely.
Couldn't really be in a better position for it and still making money, right? Gym.
I've literally just started going back to the gym. Probably
Good.
going for 8 weeks now, 7 weeks. Just go an hour and a half normally, 7 till
Oh, cool. And
2 hours.
other commitments.
To be honest, I don't have loads of other commitments. Obviously, just seeing family and things like that.
So just things that come up.
Yeah.
Family. Okay.
Obviously, I do trading at the side still, but I'm trying to kind of put it out to the side at the minute. Still doing it, but
So yeah, we have a lot of time, which obviously now we can optimize. You can really get on like a full-time role with this time. You could probably work 10-hour days as a setup because your days are pretty much free.
yeah.
So we're not limited in any way. Okay. In terms of you coming into the mentorship since then, how many calls are you hopping on weekly? How many group calls have you actually got?
Oh, 4, 5. I reckon about 4 or 5
4 or 5 a week or in total?
in total.
Okay.
I think I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Okay. How many would you say you're doing on an average week?
Well, ideally all of them, but how many are 7 o'clock? Is it 3 that are 7 o'clock?
Yeah,
So 3.
we've got them every day now.
Yeah.
Though, so there's 2 that are in the day on the weekday. So there's like 5 that you should be able to make.
Yeah, definitely.
So
5 a week.
So yeah, 5 a week's where we want to be.
Yeah.
But if you said we're more at about like 3, this is what we need to improve.
Yeah.
Because the group calls are so powerful, not just because of like what we're teaching on there, but because we're around everyone. You can ask the questions, get that support, and then see other people, what's working for them, the mistakes they're also making, where we're correcting them, and you're gonna get so much value from these. You're gonna build up your network. People are gonna get to see you. It's really crucial getting on the group calls. In terms of booking the one-to-ones, so we have unlimited one-to-ones. There's not really a cap on how many you can book a week.
Yeah.
Have you been booking in one-to-ones consistently?
Yeah, I have been booking other one-to-ones.
In a side eye from our coach.
Yeah, but Andrew will tell you I've missed like 2 of them. Not my fault really exactly. But it's just one of them. It was just in the situation I couldn't make it. But we hopped on yesterday, and yeah, the one-to-ones are definitely very useful.
But if we can get this because it is what we want to do. We want to work out, well, what can we actually improve? What can we do to make sure that we're getting to this point? Can I just not spell consistent? Just N or what? Yeah, there we go. So not consistent. So if we can up this again, like there's nothing stopping you booking a one-to-one every single day.
Yeah.
We've got 3 coaches. We've got 2 of the boys in the community also now running group calls, doing one-to-ones, and they're doing 5K plus a month. So you can book one-to-ones every single day of the week. There's nothing stopping you, and then you're going to make this progress faster. RGS connection calls, so actually internally getting on with boys in the group. Have you done any of that?
I haven't got any yet, but I have spoke to Jamie and Tom about booking on a call. Obviously, it's hard with Jamie sometimes because he's in Australia.
Yeah.
And then Tom, I was meant to hop on with him the weekend, but he was busy.
Yeah.
I missed that one. But yeah, definitely been speaking to the boys and the community.
And it's key because obviously working 9 to 5, you have your team around you, you have your managers around you and everything like that. Like, yeah, sure, we're here for the support, the mentorship, but you're kind of on your own in a way where it's like you don't have like it's all online. You don't have physically people here helping you, showing you like people to relate to. So being able to talk to people, have these connections, it's super key because they also have opportunities as well, right? And Jamie, I know for example, he's doing like 10K right now. He's got a load of opportunities coming up himself where he's going to have roles. He's going to need boys on there. So if you can get in, show him that you got that work rate, that skill, then it's going to help you be in positions. Okay. So yeah, definitely connecting with the boys more. So in terms of like just in the space, connecting with like random people, outreaching and seeing if you can get on with sales managers and bits like that. Have you started any of that at all?
No, not quite at the moment. No.
Okay. So start getting into that because all of this is just building up the network, making these connections. Because things you never know, like what's going to happen, even if it's like a year down the line. Maybe you just had this set of manager and he grew a liking to you for some reason, and suddenly a year down the line he needs a closer. You've since learned closing training and you've got this perfect fit where you already know each other and you don't even really need to interview. So you never know what can come for it. So in terms of our job board, we have roles coming in every single day. How many of them have you applied for, would you say?
I have applied for quite a few in terms of like through our internal job board.
Yeah.
I don't know a specific number, but
Like over 5?
definitely over 5, yeah.
I
I mean, we're probably getting 5 an hour in there, aren't we? Let's say we're jobs that coming off in an hour, I'd say 10, 15.
10, 15.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, we know that this can be upped. We need to be up in these because we do have sometimes like 5 coming through, like you said.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's applying to all of them. And I don't know, there's this kind of perception that you can't apply for all the roles. I have a lot of boys tell me, like, oh, can I apply for this? Apply for everything. They're all in there for you. The only way that like you don't apply for everything is if we say specifically like this one you must have this experience. Then that's never us. It'll be like the set manager or the business that's requiring that. So in terms of the ones you've applied for, have you actually got anywhere with them?
No, not got anywhere at the moment, not yet.
Okay. So Loom videos. In terms of the amount of Loom videos you made, how many have you done?
I mean, for them that I've been applying for, probably say 8 out of probably 15 actually asked for a Loom video.
Well, how many have you just made, like in terms of making a generic Loom?
Oh, I've not made a generic one.
Okay, well, here we go. Like this needs to be made. Like and then we also want to be making them like often. So we're improving every single day because then when it comes around to applying for one of these and you're making this specific one, it's the same thing. You're used to talking to the camera.
Yeah.
You know what you got to say. And then the generic one's not so much about having a generic one to do outreach with, but it's just getting used to it and putting it into practice, sending it off, So yeah, speaking to the camera and just constantly improving. So we want to be doing this like honestly like 2 times a week, if not more, like improving it and making a new one. Yeah, obviously every time you make that Loom video, you can send it into our channel where we can review it, give you feedback on it straight away. In terms of outreach messages, have you been doing much outreach?
No, I've not been doing much outreach.
Okay.
Really at all, no.
Okay. And well, the thing is, in RGS, we have the job board. We also have the people coming to us where we can place people straight on roles, which is great. But there's no reason why, like in this time where you're doing the learning and really getting up the skill set, that you can't just start outreach. Because let's say you do land a role and there's a good opportunity there, you can learn that a whole lot faster. Obviously, we want to put all the boys on the roles as fast as possible, but if you're not quite at that skill level yet, if you haven't been joining all the one-to-ones, it obviously doesn't make sense. So again, like this is something you can do off your own back to really learn faster, get in the position, start making the money sooner. So obviously we all know the benefits and why to do it. In terms of your outreach message, have you actually structured one? Do you know even what to do for an outreach message?
I haven't actually structured one myself instead of like writing it out. But I think about like a brief idea, and then I think what I'm going to do is probably structure it and then send it one of you three, or just send it in the whole group chat.
Let's structure it out now, bro. Like, what are you going for?
What does it have to be, a certain offer?
Yeah, let's just say you're reaching out to a fitness coach.
I'd say, I don't know what fitness. You put me on the spot now.
It's just natural, bro. You're just connecting with someone at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, probably just put like, hey bro, I love the Insta page or love your work, something along them lines.
Yeah. So I love your work. Obviously, it's kind of hard because you're not looking at the page.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't see the example right now. And we'd want to do like a gap here, like an end to what we can do actually.
Yeah.
Just got to do that. So yeah, love your work. Would you just leave it at that?
Hey bro, love your work.
Okay, I'll help you out then. So
Yeah, but I'll go.
I'm a commission-based appointment setter. Got this the wrong way around. Commission-based appointment setter, and then I'll do another gap. And I would love to work with you. How does this sound? Really nice and simple. Okay. And here, I'd like to use their name. Like, let's just say John. Obviously, you don't have anyone in front of you. So, again, in terms of love your work, if we were looking at the Instagram account, you want to personalize this as well. So, like, you'd say something like, love the way you do X, Y, Z, for example. Or, like, if they've got a certain place that they're at in their story. And then this, you can keep it the same. It's just real straight to the point. Obviously, like, the second type is, like, Loom. Like, you just do the same kind of message. Just, again, make it personalized. You just say, like, hey, John, love the way you're doing this. Made this video. Yeah, let me know what you think about us working together. We'll leave it on an open-ended with, like, how does that sound, basically. So, yeah, they're the outreach messages we want to get going. We want to get tracking, get some stats on those. Okay, so this, we can work that out down the line then when we start sending them out. So, obviously, we've worked out that we haven't been fully consistent with the one-to-ones, with the hoop calls, not doing the outreach. So what are the distractions? Let's actually start with externally. Like, what is really distracting you from actually getting on and doing the work?
What do you mean by externally?
So in terms of things that are going on that are more out of your control, like work and other bits like that. Even like people around you, going out, all of them bits.
Yeah, I'd say work's defo at the moment a big one.
Bits because work's busy.
Yeah,
right?
because it's busy. And then probably just like just going out and just things that just getting that dopamine, isn't it? That's the thing, kind of thing. Just going out. You just say to yourself, oh yeah, I'll just go to McDonald's or something, and that turns into like a 2-hour drive with your mates.
That's it, yeah.
And you get back, then you're like, oh, I'll do some work, but then you'll go get a drink or something, and then before you know it, it's 12 o'clock and the day's done.
Yeah. The thing, so hitting them one at a time, the thing is with this kind of work is that sometimes, like July, right, you worked 7 hours the whole month.
Yeah, it's the whole fun.
But then there'll be some months where it's busy, there's a lot of projects on.
Yeah.
So sometimes, yeah. I mean, with that though, do you still have at least like a few hours a day, if not more?
Yeah, you still get a few hours, obviously. It's just, I mean, you know yourself, if you have to drive for it tells you off, honestly, driving 200 miles down somewhere and driving 200 miles back.
Sure. But then obviously if we're going out on top of that, like, I mean, going out, sure, you can go out. I mean, no one's going to make you do shit, but if you actually want to be successful, if you want to get to the 5K, then sure, you can go out, like, you still can. But make sure you just do your shit first. It's as simple as that. Like, hit your KPIs for the day, do all the things you need to do the outreach, apply for the roles, get on one-to-ones, do the training.
Yeah.
Then go out, and then you know that you've done your shit as well. Focusing on, like, okay, so you said quick dopamine. I mean, yeah, easily done. And it's quite a hard thing when you're then self-employed, having to go out there and just, like, put the effort in yourself. Because you've really got to focus on the long term. You've got to focus on, like, right, obviously it's not going to get you results right today.
Yeah.
The same way that, like, going to McDonald's or seeing your mates is going to be, like, more fun and give you that more dopamine. But it's knowing that, well, if you don't put the work in on these nights and if you don't, like, start saying no, then, well, you're only pushing off living the life that you want to live. Where if we go back up here, we're making the 5K, we're in Australia, we don't have the constraints, we don't have the stress. So you got to just really just like weigh it up and realize, well, what's worse? Is it worse to just do the hard work. So like just put in what you need to put in, even if it's hard. Or is it, easier to just go to McDonald's and get that dopamine? Like, what is it that's worth doing?
Yeah.
What sacrifice do you need to make? In terms of internally, well, this is things in terms of like limiting beliefs, in terms of mindset. Is there anything that you feel like that's holding you back? Do you feel like you're good enough? Do you feel like you can make the 5K? Things along those lines.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely believe you can definitely make 5K and more.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's like any limiting belief of how far I could go. I'm thinking it's just staying consistent and being disciplined. I think that'll just get me there in the end.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Because discipline at the end of the day, it's like it's a outcome, right? So you have causes and you have the effects. Like discipline is the effect. So I mean, what's causing you to not be disciplined though? Like obviously we got to going out, but again, that's the effect of something. Because if you knew that staying in, putting in the work, you'd start making the 5K a month,
Yeah.
would you just stay in and do it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So then it's more like belief, right? It comes down to the belief system, which is why internally is normally these limiting things. Because if you had the belief, you knew that you could do it. If you just stay in and didn't go to McDonald's.
never looked at it that way actually.
Yeah.
A good way of putting it like this.
So then it's like, well, what is it that's causing you to not believe? And there may be many things, that's another day we can dive into this, but it's figuring out, okay, what is it? Because we obviously know you can make the 5K.
Yeah.
There's boys with half the amount of brain cells that are doing it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we can definitely get there. What is it causing this like friction basically that's stopping you? Because then again, internally is what shapes what's going on externally. Because if that is then causing you to go out and focus on the short term instead of locking in doing that work,
Yeah.
this is what we need to fix on, which is the most important thing right now. So the next steps actually look like, in terms of when you're at this level, when you're trained up, because you're joining the group calls, you're joining the one-to-ones, you're networking with the boys, is obviously getting you on a placement, or maybe it's paid off from outreach in that time. But when you have the skill set, when we can place you straight into one of these roles that maybe we're managing as well, where you can then start obviously setting appointments, earning the commissions, or maybe you get off the job board. So yeah, that really then just depends on you looking in, joining our cool, staying consistent with it. So from there, dialing in the framework on the role. When we get you on that role, obviously we're gonna review it, make sure that everything's sorted. If we're managing it, then obviously we'll do more training ourselves, but getting on with the team or the business that you're getting in and doing their training, and really just dialing in what you're going to be doing on that offer, dialing in all the tracking for it, and just making sure that, again, we like plan out the day. Yeah, and we make sure we know what we're doing, when we're doing. That way, we're always doing the EODs. We're making the meetings that we're supposed to be meeting and setting all the appointments, hitting all the KPIs. That way, you're making the most money possible. So yeah, we'll reverse engineer that really, and we can work out what do we need to do to hit the 5K. Okay, what is their ticket size? What is their close rate? What is their show rate? So how many appointments need to be set? And then we can even look at things like, okay, how much outreach or like warm inbound are you getting on that role, or how many just like. Yeah, basically, like how many, like it depends if it's phone setting as well, how many people are applying and coming in.
Yeah.
And work out what numbers we need to be seeing for you to make that money. And the same way works for the business as well. You can tell them, look, we need this much more traffic. So if they are running ads, you can be like, look, well, if we increase it by this amount, spending maybe a few thousand more, we can make an extra like 50K basically, because you have your numbers tracked. If the business sees that, they're going to be like, shit, Danny switched on, he knows his shit, they're going to respect you more, maybe even pay you more, you never know.
Yeah.
So reverse engineer that, working down day to day, what is it we actually need to be doing to the T? And yeah, just the constant feedback and improvements coming on, showing us your sets. We're going to review obviously the phone calls and everything, if it's a phone setting role, to just always improving, getting better with the skills. And then from there, when we're hitting the 5K, maybe even moving on from setting, looking at what's next.
Yeah.
So yeah, is there anything else that you feel like needs to go in as a next step, or do you feel like that's all sound?
No, I think that's good next step as well, yeah.
Cool. So at this point, is everything clear? Like, you know what you need to do now and how to get there?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Well,
Can you send me that over?
I'll send you that over. And the best thing is it's all recorded.
All recorded as well, even better.
So you can watch it through. But yeah, as long as we're booking in the one-to-ones, as long as we're getting on these group calls, I'm going to get there. Yeah, I'm going to get there sooner than later. Like, yeah. It's not, setting as itself is not that hard. Yeah. It's literally, it is just doing the things that we've mentioned, like having the discipline, the belief in yourself, and just sticking with it.
Yeah.
The nice one, bro. All right. Well, let's go crush it then, man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. perfect.